There is an important deadline this week for some veterans to qualify for VA benefits. Signed into law last year by President Biden, the PACT Act expands benefits to veterans exposed to toxic substances. But tomorrow is the deadline to qualify for back pay. This morning, we welcome VA Press Secretary Terrence Hayes. Terrence, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
For those who may not be familiar, explain the new benefits and who actually qualifies for them.
Yes, the new benefits are part of what's called the PACT Act that President Biden signed into law last year. It's about toxic substances. So if you're a Vietnam War veteran, if you're a Gulf War veteran, if you're a post 9/11 veteran who served in Iraq, Afghanistan, and other locations throughout Central Command, this potentially impacts you. As we approach this August 9th timeframe of tomorrow, we're trying our best to educate and inform as many veterans and survivors as possible to take advantage of these backdated benefits.
Explain for our viewers how veterans can sign up, because those who are watching right now say, my gosh, the deadline is tomorrow. Am I too late? What can I do to qualify?
Yes, folks don't have to even have the total complete package to actually file, today or tomorrow. They can do what's called file an intent to file. And if you go on their website at va.gov and you press that intent to file button, it holds your place in line. So that's critical here. Go ahead and file that intent to file while you are able to gather your necessary documents and materials to complete the actual claim. Again, this holds your place in line so you too will be eligible for those backdated benefits from last year.
Yeah, so just a matter of going online and just saying that you plan to file at some point will still allow you to qualify. There are a few things that I want to make sure that we also explain for people. This deadline tomorrow is not a deadline to get the benefits, right? It's just the deadline to qualify for those benefits backdated by 1 year. So people actually can apply and get the benefits after tomorrow. Is that right? Please explain that.
Absolutely. You can file today. You can file a year from now. You can file 30 years from now. The PACT Act's not going away. As a matter of fact, as we continue to look deeper into these conditions, we will add more presumptive conditions to the PACT Act. So this is not going away. So if you happen to miss the window tomorrow, don't worry. You're still able to apply for those benefits. Your start date will just start according to when you submit the actual application.
Gotcha. But again, won't qualify for those backdated benefits to a year ago. One other thing I want to address with you, Terrence, is for veterans who may already be at the 100%. I know for veterans and their families, they know what I'm talking about. That level of compensation that they already get. Should those veterans who also are at that level but still may qualify because they served at these different times and may have been exposed to these conditions, should they also be applying for these benefits now?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's many people who've asked that question. Some of the veterans who are at 100% may not be total and permanent. Okay. So that's a different factor as well. So these PACT Act benefits could potentially get them to that. Again, there's other benefits that may be afforded to family members because of that. Mm-hmm. So we're encouraging everybody who's potentially impacted by these toxic substances to apply. Again, 100% disabled veterans, they're already in our system. They're already able to receive health care. But again, if we can get that information in, and not only that, they may be helping out their other battle buddies who may have served in those same locations, maybe dealing with some other different challenging issues that we're not really monitoring right now. And that helps us capture that data to eventually get those new presumptives added.
Okay, so Terrence, we've got about a minute. Two other big things we want to talk about, these deadlines. There's a deadline for tomorrow, and then there's another deadline in October 1st. Quickly explain what that deadline is.
Yeah, that deadline is for post 9/11 veterans who left the military and within that 5-year period may not have got VA healthcare. Mm-hmm. So now that window has opened. That window closes October 1st. So if there's veterans out there interested in getting their healthcare at VA, we encourage them to sign up now.
All right, and finally, how can veterans and their families avoid being victims of a scam?
Yeah, we have accredited individuals, accredited representatives, and you can go to your local or county service office there where veterans can help you navigate that system. You can contact like the American Legion, VFW, DAV. We have accredited folks there who will provide you assistance. All of these folks are free of charge as well. You should not have to pay anybody to get the benefits that's due to you, or you can call us at VA or visit us as well, and we'll take care of you.
Absolutely. Terrence, incredible interview. We appreciate your time. And this is something we are for sure going to continue to follow here at KCRA. Thank you so much.